Now the next topic we are going to learn is key features of federalism. Very important and very frequently asked question in the board for 5 marks. So one by one we will see. Altogether there are 7 features. But out of these 7, any 5 you can write, or even you can write all the 7. The first and foremost feature of federalism is 2 or more levels of government. As we see in India, the highest level of government is central government, which rules at the national level, works for the entire country. Next to central government, we have the state government that works for the particular state, and under the state there are subdivisions, what we call as local self-government. Further division, if we see municipal corporation, under municipal corporation we have the municipality, and under municipality we have the Panchayati Raj. So we have 2 or more than 2 tiers or levels of government. Second feature is the government rules the same citizen. Like in India, as I said, there are 3 tiers. So at all the 3 levels of the tier, the citizen whom the government is ruling is same. That is, they are ruling the Indians. The central government also, the state government also, and the local government also. But these levels of government, they have their own jurisdiction or their own administrative system that is totally different from each other. So the rules and regulations set by the central government is different, the rules and regulations set by the state government is different, and the rules and regulations set by the panchayat is different. So it means they have separate jurisdiction. Third one, the rule or the area within which their power or their territory lies, that is also specified or mentioned in the constitution. Okay, the power of the central government is for the entire country. For the state, their power or the jurisdiction is limited to their political boundaries. And similarly for the panchayat, limited to the particular village. So they have their powers which is mentioned in the constitution, so that later on there is no dispute for the powers or for their political boundaries. Rigid nature. So from rigid nature, I mean to say, if you want to make any changes in the constitution, it is not so easy. A long procedure is followed, and it requires the consent of the both government, that is the central government also and the state government also. So when the consent of both the government is there, then only the changes can be made. Further, independent judiciary. It means whatever the laws are made by the government, if those laws are not up to the mark or maybe conflicting, then courts, they are apex of our country. So Supreme Court or the High Court. So Supreme Court for the entire country and High Court for the particular states, they have the right to interfere in this. If the laws are not up to the mark, maybe not applicable or cannot be followed by the people easily, they can make the changes or nullify the laws. Financial freedom. Financial freedom means even from where these different levels of government will get the money to carry out their work, the development projects, development of the people, development of their areas, from where the money will come, that is also specified in the constitution. So it means financially all the three are independent. They don't have to beg for the money every time. And finally, the last feature, they have dual objective, that is two aims. First one is to protect and promote unity of the nation, यानी देश को बचाना है, सभी को एक साथ लेकर चलना है. And second is accommodate unity in diversity. So India, a vast country, different people, so they need to be put together so that there is no riot or communalism or any dispute between these diversities. There are two types of federation: coming together federation and holding together federation. This question is also important in this chapter. Either they ask for the short notes on coming together federation, or they ask for the short note on holding together federation, or separately they may ask differentiate between the two types of federation. When we compare the two, these are how we can write the answer or the points of differentiation. So we begin with the first point, that is the meaning. Coming together federation, it means कि small units, independent units or states, or we can call it as nation, they come together and form a big unit. Whereas in holding together federation, a very big federation divide its power into small units or in states. Why coming together federation is doing so? Why they come together? It means what is the aim behind doing so? So as these units are not so big, so the aim or the objective of coming together federation is to pool sovereignty and security. It means they are coming together and forming a big unit so that they can help each other in the development, protect their sovereignty, and they can be safe. This side, holding together federation, as it is already quite big, they don't have any fear of losing their sovereignty, or there is no danger to their security. So what they need is a person or a single government cannot handle the entire country. Take example India only. So Prime Minister cannot reach to each and every unit. Right now we have 28 states and 9 union territories. So Prime Minister cannot reach to all these states and union territories. So that's why in our country we have divided them into states and union territory, and every unit is having its own head, what we call it as chief minister. So he is responsible for particular state. So for smooth ruling, easy going, they have divided into units. In coming together federation, all the units, irrespective of their size, their development, the power is divided equally among all the units or the nations. Whereas in holding together federation, the power is not divided equally. Some units have more power, some units have less power, and there are units which are given special consideration. Previously, Jammu and Kashmir was having such. They had their own constitution, their own rules and regulations. Still, even in our eastern states, priorities are given, special considerations are given. Examples of coming together federation: USA, it's a combination of many countries. Australia, Switzerland. Examples of holding together federation: we have India, Spain, Belgium, and many more.